stuff that looks like sand, but it's not sand. It's all like a carpet. And sand. Second layer green. Does he see this? Can you?
Yes.
Second layer green. The cyanobacteria, masters of the world, the cyanobacteria. It's the highest level of evolution. Why? Because they live off carbon dioxide, plentiful, available. They live off sunlight as a source of energy, plentiful, available from the very beginning. Water, and that's all. All right, and that's all. Oh, so they can move anywhere. They can go anywhere because H2O is everywhere, and every place they go, they make oxygen bubbles. So they change the world. So they run the planet. We think we run the planet, but you wouldn't run it for long without food, and they are the ultimate food supply. And when you look at the plants around here, all this vegetation, the reason it's green is because their relatives, these green things, their relatives are inside those plant bodies. This is a completely different community. Looks terrible to you, probably, like vomit or something. These white bacteria can take the carbon and do it in the dark, but their source of energy is the hydrogen sulfide.
Hi, my name is Marek. Welcome to my Greenlight presentation. Agriculture as we know it is ruining our planet, turning once fertile lands into dust bowls. In order to change something, we need to look at the bigger picture and rethink our systems. If you ever cared for a garden, you know that in order to care for the plants, you need to care for the soil, and specifically the microbes that live in it and with the plants. This timeline will show you the history of agriculture and our codependence with different plants and animals. The dinner we want to invite you for starts with collecting a sample of your shit. In this way, we can get to know your second self, the microbial environment of your gut. Analyzing the bacteria living in your gut, we can tell so much about you before we even meet. We can tell with almost 100% certainty if you are obese, depressed, suffer from diabetes, autism or asthma. You may think of bacteria as pathogens, but in fact, we have a symbiotic relationship with so many species of bacteria. Second option is a thorough inner scan with this endoscopic peel. You can observe the way the peel makes through your intestines, if you like. We will conduct an interview, asking you about your dietary habits, overall health, as well as mood shifts and concentration levels. According to this data, we will map your second microbial self and choose a tailored menu according to your needs. We invite you to have a seat. As you inspect the table you are sitting at, you may realize that this is where we produce all the living cultures we need. Currently, we observe a decline in diversity of your inner environment caused by antibiotics, processed food, and excessive hygiene. During the microbial dinner, you can choose if you wish to replenish the diversity of your microbiome or enhance it. The enhanced bacteria engineered in our laboratory will produce nutrition, sugars, fats, and proteins from inside of your gut, significantly decreasing the amount of food you need to eat. This circle is a meeting place to discuss a systematic approach towards biotechnology. With new kinds of food we produce here, we would like to discuss with you the new urbanism shaped through codependence. How would the lifestyle look like in a community with closer relationship with our bacteria? Would you like to live in a city powered by microbial metabolism? The top modules and leads of the table can be exchanged in order to serve different dishes. Here you can see the table from the top. This is the working diagram of the culturing cells, showing how the bacterial culture works. I'm considering adding a texture to the plaster mold for ceramic that I'm working with. The table is already being in production and the mold is already drying in ceramic workshop. Your body is an environment in itself. We are used to think about bacteria as pathogens that we are at war with. But in fact, gross majority of microbes are neutral or beneficial for us. There is no such thing as sterile individual. Since our birth, we are covered with microbial film inside out. Scientists point that even 90% of cells in our bodies have bacterial DNA. The basis of our life is symbiosis. Opening up for the fact that you already are a human bioreactor, you will be able to tackle the potential in the relationship you have with your microbes. How it would change our system if we would include the microbes that build our bodies as part of ourselves that they are. This is the moment we have to choose our future. I believe that in order to shift into more ecological economy, we need to have a more pleasant alternative to look up to. Ecology doesn't have to be about grief and guilt. If we choose solidarity with our non-human companions, we can open a more pleasurable future. This means opening up for an economy in which more things are metabolized. Metabolized, meaning deriving the energy and the resources through biological processes based on cells. We will need to change and open up for the ways that bacteria was sustaining life on our planet for billions of years. Join us for an experience. We invite you to join for the dinner in the metabolized restaurant, where all the food is being derived through bacterial processes. Here, in our community, we will look at the future of food after the end of agriculture. We think we have to look at food more like medicine, and act of eating as an act of care for your inner environment. Thank you, and see you soon. This calendar is showing my working schedule and the checkpoints I have to meet in order to be ready with graduation by the 25th of August.